Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles. On this episode we're doing Who Is Better. On the topic for this Who Is Better, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Two best friends, two bitter enemies, two wrestlers that are synonymous with each other. We're going to rank them in 8 different categories. Each category has a 1 to 5 scale, 1 being worst, 5 being best. At the end we're going to give them an overall score. There is a chance to make 5 bonus points. We'll get there when we talk about it. But let's go right into this with our first category, technical wrestling. For this, I'm giving both guys a 4. I think they're both very good at it. They're both what I would consider high-performing technical wrestlers. I wouldn't put them in the upper echelon, but I would put them in the really good category, hence why they both get a 4. Next up, striking. For striking, they're both getting a 5. I would put them in the upper echelon here. I would put this as 2 of the things that they excel at. I would put these guys both up there as 2 of the best strikers in wrestling today. Now, our next category, I know I'm running through those 2 really quickly. They were evenly matched, so it's hard to, make an argument. Our next category, how they perform as a heel. For Sami, I'm giving him a 4. And the funny thing is, until the point I seen Sami Zayn as a heel, I never thought Sami Zayn would work as a heel. And when he finally did it, he worked better than I thought he would. So for that, he gets a 4. Now Kevin Owens, Kevin gets a 5. I think he's one of the top heels in wrestling when he is a heel. I think he goes by the old mantra of, it doesn't have to make sense to you, but as long as he believes that he's right, he's going to fight for what he thinks is right. And that is ultimately what a heel is. You don't have to agree with them, but they believe that they're right. I give him a 5 in his heel work. He's outstanding at it. Now, as a babyface, we flip-flop. Sami Zayn is getting a 5. He is one of the quintessential baby faces in all time in wrestling. When I think of baby faces, I think of Zayn. I think of Ricky Steamboat. I think of the New Day when they were faces, Tito Santana, Sting. He is right there with all of them in my opinion. Now for Owens, I'm giving Owens a 4. Owens is good as a babyface, but to me, every time he's a babyface, I'm waiting for the heel turn. And that's why I can't say he's a 5 as a babyface, because I'm always waiting for that heel turn. And I think that's indicative of what most wrestling fans think of him. That's why he gets a 4 here. Next up, promos. For promos, Sami's getting a 4. For a guy that spent a lot of his career as a mute that didn't speak, when he finally got his opportunity, he was really good at it. So I'm giving him a 4. Now Kevin Owens, Kevin gets a 5. In my opinion, Kevin Owens is one of the best talkers of the last 20 years. I'd put him in the category with a Randy Orton, with a MJF, with a CM Punk, Samoa Joe, of some of the guys that absolutely talk you into the building. I think he's one of the best that does it in this generation. That's why he's up here so high on this list. Now next up, we're going to presentation. For Sami Zayn, I'm giving Sami a 5. From his music, to his dancing, to his beard, his long unkept hair, everything about Sami is noticeable. He is who he is, unrepentively, he is himself, and he's presented in such a great way. He gets a 5. For Owens, I'm giving a 3. The music for Owens is great, don't get me wrong, you know who he is, but Kevin Owens dresses like 99% of independent wrestlers that are going to do a death match. And, that's not really a knock on Kevin. It's not his fault that everybody that dresses that way, but it takes away from it when it's not really something universally his. Sami has the checkers. Sami had the somewhat Cuban dictator look for a little while. The only thing I could really say that's individual to Kevin is the duct tape letters. I don't know, I think it's good, but I think there could be better. Next up, charisma. For Sami Zayn, Sami gets a 5. I just think this is his natural way. He's naturally charismatic. He's someone the fans gravitate to. You love him, whether it's part of the bloodline, whether it's against the bloodline. No matter what he does, he just comes off as lovable. Now for Kevin Owens, he gets a 4. There are times, in my opinion, the car promos for some, the overly angry promos at times, where I think he misses the mark in his charisma. I do think he's very talented at it, and I do think he's in the upper echelon. I just think he misses the mark a little bit sometimes. That's why he gets a 4. Now, last but not least, big game performance. This is how they reply when they're in the biggest stage, WrestleMania main events, pay-per-view main events, house show main events, Raw, SmackDown main events. You get what I'm saying when they're the highlight of the show. For both men, they get a 5. I can't say that there's any two wrestlers in the world today that give more to their performance in the ring than these two guys. There are guys that match them. No one goes above these two. And their work ethic is second to none. I think they're outstanding. This is the highlight of both of those guys. If you put these guys in a high-profile match, they're going to deliver, period. There's no question about it. I think they're awesome. That's why they both get a 5. Now, tallying up the points for their overall, Sami gets a 37, Kevin gets a 35, but wait, there's a bonus. Every Wednesday I put out a poll on my posts page here on YouTube, and it basically is the next two wrestlers that I'm going to put against each other in one of these versus matches, and let you guys decide who's going to win. Whoever wins that poll gets 5 bonus points. The overwhelming winner, Kevin Owens. So with that 5 bonus points, that brings him up to a total of 40, giving him the come from behind win. KO taking out Sami Zayn one more time, probably with a sneak attack. I thought it would be a lot more close in the voting, but I'm surprised pretty much weekly in how you guys vote. But Kevin Owens is our overall winner. Now, if you do want to get involved, remember, every Wednesday, check out my post page here on YouTube. You could get involved. That's how you have your voice heard. A lot of times it determines who the winner is. With all that being said, my name is George Coles, and you've been watching Who Was Better.